sure getting at it, boy. Farmer's watchdog, they call it. One thing you got to do if you're building in the summer to beat the heat, you got to get out here early in the morning and quit. It's quitting time in the afternoon. Come back in the night or you will wear yourself out. And Gary likes the hose with the air compressor for the nailer. And I kind of like the battery. It's a little bit heavier, not much. But it's quieter, a lot quieter. All right, see if it fits. Oh yeah. Goodness, I am just dribble, baby. I wish you guys could feel this humidity out here, boy. It is really something. So it's day 75, building a log cabin for Mom. And we're going at it. So I got here a little bit early today, and I started on that ceiling inside there. And then Gary got here and we finished it up real quick like. And now we're back onto that bathroom over there. So we're gonna finish up all the tongue and groove. We're gonna try to get all the tongue and groove finished today, as far as, you know, walls and everything. And then after that, what's after that? Oh, we're gonna try to move on to getting the, you know, the electric and the water hooked up to the house like I was telling you, with the public utilities. Get that stuff, going on that stuff. So that's what we're gonna be working on after this. But right now it's all about the tongue and groove pine and finishing that bathroom the rest of the way here, so. right, what were you doing there, Gary?
The beauty ring. And it fits.
I know, but we had to...
I had to shim it out. I was about a ½ inch too far inside the wall.
But we were following their directions, right?
I didn't follow them correctly. It said flush, and I'm always used to plumbing. It says flush. It'd be flush to like the rock board, and I didn't do it. It had to be flushed to this.
So we just had to move it out a little.
Yeah.
You see it? The two spacers go down first. This keeps the wall off the floor the same size as the floor we're going to put down, right? So here's the board. We put this on the floor, put this down. Then when we're done, we take it out, and now we got room for the permanent floor to come in underneath.
Got out here yesterday without showing it. It's not a trick, it's just something on jigsaws. This one, it's got a release lever right here. You push that all the way back, shove that forward, and you can change your angle any way you want. So that way if you get that relief cut so you can push something up, that's how you do it. And you see the little notches right here that it goes inside of. And once you get to the angle you want, you just lock it in place.
So what we're going to do right now is get like a test run going, okay? So we're going to shoot a nail through here and see how much it intrudes into the sliding door, this pocket door. And Gary wants to see how much we're getting in there.
45. We're in there.
We're in there big time!
We gotta go to a shorter nail.
Shorter nail. Alright.
Yeah, baby.
You like it? How's it look on the inside, man? Need light?
Light.
Wow, I see nothing. Wow! Think it'll work? I think it'll work.
It'll work.
Alright, so we're going in. Gotta stay at that 45 so we don't end up in the wall there. You got an eye on her?
Yep.
Alright.
I'll do 4 of them. I just okay as a skinnier.
There's another tick, Gary. Where's your lighter? Burn them down together. Burn them down. Look at these little things. Man, I can't stand them. Where'd he come from? Look at him.
What'd you do with it?
He's right there. Don't burn him on me. Yeah, burn him. Death to the tick. Death to the tick. I like to go till they pop. I think he's had it. Alright, we'll even cut that one in half. Death to the tick! Alright. Man, where do they come from, Gary? Come on, Darlene. Oh, I swear. Was it Darlene? Was that the song? Darlene, do you remember? Nope. Come on, Darlene. That was too poppy for you, you know. You were back there with the Crosby, Stills, and Nash crowd, man. That was that was the MTV crowd, that Come on, Darlene stuff. All right, so you guys liked it, so we're going to give you some more. All right, so Darlene Nuss wants to know at the 7:30 mark in yesterday's video, are you guys, you got to go back and watch these videos if we're going to talk about them in case you don't know what we're talking about. And I'll leave links for them in the comment section for you. But she wanted to know when we were cutting the oak boards, that somebody else mentioned too that was the pine tongue and groove. That was actually the oak boards that we did on the last video where we covered the gable in there. And they're a lot thicker, a lot stronger. So when I hit it with the hammer, did you see any dents on it? Nope. No, but pine is really soft, so I wouldn't really smack the front of a pine board like that. But she wanted to know why the saw blade was getting caught in there, and is that a common problem?
If you get into hardwoods, oak, anything like that, this is green lumber, and it has a lot of stress in it. A lot of times, they could have been close to a limb that was on the tree, and once you start cutting it... Or
not.
Yeah, they can come in and clamp, or actually it can do the opposite. They can actually split and start splitting apart. If you notice on a table saw, if you're ripping a board, all of a sudden that darn thing, the board just takes off doing this. Sometimes it'll clamp right onto the table saw. And green lumber, it's more prone than it is kiln-dried lumber. Like when you're buying a finished product oak at your lumber yard, that's been totally kiln-dried and it's just been stress relieved. So you don't have that problem then.
Right, and then cupping too. So some of those boards were kind of cupped, so they were like had like a little U in them, and then so when you go to run your saw through there, it gets caught up on there too. We got all these little bitty. They're not the thing that bit them the other day, the horsefly thing, but these little sweat bee things. I don't know. I guess you call them that. Yeah, they're like all over us. Did the log cabin place show us how to do the roofing and all the venting? I'd never seen that. So much care put into a venting system before. No, actually, I had Greg was helping me us on the other build, or actually when I did the ceiling inside the log cabin that Stacy and I built, and he turned me on to it, and then I did a lot more research on it, and then that's why I was for sure gung-ho on doing it here, because we have noticed a night and day difference with creating that pocket up there and letting the air flow over the top of it and then out. It's just been night and day difference on keeping the top of the house at our place cool, so I know it's going to work dreams in here. And actually, in the morning, haven't you noticed it? It's really cool in there.
It's cool in there, yeah. For this style with the rafters and all that, you don't have trusses, so you can't do a gable vent. This has to be a ridge cap or ridge vent.
Right.
So it's got to come in from low and goes all the way up and goes out the ridge. It's the only way you can do this roof.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody made a comment too about putting those the veneer we did on around that beam. He said putting it so tight, he said it's going to crush it. No, it's not. The part that settles is going to be the logs itself. This is above the log, so when that log starts shrinking, all this is going to settle right down by itself. So really what we did was fine.
And that wall didn't have a jack on it either, so it'll just all ride kind of down together. The other ones we have to manually adjust. Doug, you're getting so thin, the heat there must be melting you. I know, I keep telling Stacy I need more food.
You say you need more calories.
More calories, more food.
As soon as I got here, Doug says, I'm getting hungry.
It's time to eat. And today we had a big chicken salad, didn't we?
It was good.
Everything was from the garden and everything. Stacy does a good job keeping us in calories. But I just
want it for chickens.
Need more, yeah. All right, so we only get time for one more, and then he's off. Where are you going now today?
Sons.
What do you guys? Oh, the floor
Flooring.
thing. How that? He's gonna tell you how that started off while I find another question. Because remember we told you guys that his flooring guy was coming and he was gonna show him how to do the floor starting in the middle. Now normally, I didn't mention this last time, normally when you do floors or tile or anything, you start kind of in the corner in the back and then you work your way forward, right? So this guy's gonna start right in the middle of this big living room that Gary's son has and tell him what happened there.
Well, we started it and he put down, it's a vapor barrier, rubber type membrane, whatever, down first, and as we're stapling it down, it's an engineered plywood type hardwood floor. And when you staple them down, you're going back to match up to it, the staples kind of push it down into that rubber stuff, and you try and get that other one to go in there.
It's binding up, catching the rubber mat.
Yeah, I mean, we're having to knock it around, pushing around, knocking around, because this room is 22 feet wide. I mean, if you start having problems at the beginning, when you get to that wall, it's going to be a disaster.
Big mess.
So, I mean, it's not a mess. It's going to take a lot more longer than I anticipated.
Yeah. So you got to turn the air pressure down a little.
I had told my son, when you get the air pressure down that gun a little bit, maybe you won't smash it down that rubber as much.
All right. So now the last question is Somebody wants to know about that front window, Gary. How come that front window's missing in the front there?
I don't know. I don't know. You remember he's talking about reading reading the
directions.
Well, I was reading the blueprints and I seen the cutout for the windows, and we was cutting that notch on the log, and I seen this is the size it's supposed to be, and that's what I marked.
Because we were going right along this way, right? So this window's
way.
the same, that window's the same, the other windows are the same, but it's a double window, so we were like on a roll.
And so anyway, I marked it wrong, and we cut it out wrong, and after we did all that, we figured, well, we either got to take logs up, or hopefully we can get a new window.
Yeah.
Anyway, we ordered a new window, my gosh, 3 months ago.
Yeah, Gastineau actually, they said, don't worry about it, we'll take care of it, we'll swap it out for you. And they ordered it, and we're still waiting for it. I've been putting the heat on them because you guys know that we had the guests from Savvy Farms came up, and they from Texas, and they helped with the chinking and piping. And then as you keep seeing in these videos, they're kind of foggy, kind of cloudy, not a lot of sun. And we're having these chance of rain every day. It's really super hot and humid and chance of rain every day, and so I can't really jump on doing this chinking and stuff, because then if it rains it messes it all up. And so I've been like putting that off, and that's why we're focused in on the inside real good. But
you know, as soon as that window gets here, that's my fault.
Yeah, so we'll get all the chinking and staining done around the back, and we're going for 100% dried in here, maybe by the end of the weekend. So this was the last day of possible rain. The heat's supposed to break, and so I'll get real busy on that real early in the morning. I'll start coming down doing those, letting them dry, staining them, and before you guys know it, that'll be done, and we'll be putting in those windows and staying on the inside, getting that rocked out. So all right, there's another good Q&A. Make sure you guys are leaving questions in the videos when you're watching them right now, because I looked for some questions. It was kind of hard pulling them out. You guys were so happy about the Q&A thing, you didn't leave any big questions.
Yeah, so this video, leave some questions about them, and we'll sit down and we'll answer them.
Yeah, and so leave a thumbs up on the way out. Appreciate you guys stopping by the homestead. Gary's out of here. I'm actually going to keep on going, and see, I'm going to try to get a lot of that pine done before tonight's over, because we're kind of sick of messing with it, and it keeps hogging up the floor space.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Yeah,
I mean, we're just almost.
All right, we'll see you guys on the next one.
See you tomorrow.
Seriously, next time I see you guys, tomorrow, I'm going to have this all done. I'm going to stay up no matter how long it takes. So your next shot will be this being finished.